Good morning, friends. Before breakfast, I am stoked to be finally back in the gym after getting off crutches. It's been 84 years, or about 6 weeks. You may have noticed me using crutches or a cane in my last couple of videos. Thank you all for the well wishes, by the way. I'm pretty much better now, and don't worry, I have cleared all this with my physiotherapist. Like, imagine me actually consulting a health professional for, stuff. Like, who am I? Anyways, I'm really surprised that I haven't lost any strength since the last time I was here. Maybe I can? Well, except in this Achilles and this particular calf, not surprisingly, as they have been immobilized for several weeks. To get strength and flexibility back, my physio has me doing some particular exercises. I know they look like nothing, but I don't mind telling you, I hate this one. Sometimes it feels so wrong and kind of painful, but I'm supposed to do it anyways. The pain is part of the progress and is actually serving useful information as I rehab. But after my session, I don't want to feel it anymore. I don't need that pain. It's not useful to me. I want to get on with my day. Luckily, today's video sponsor has just the thing. Sage. Extra strength. I'm actually so excited that Sage decided to sponsor because I've been using their products for like 2 decades. I love that they're plant-based, they're all natural, they're cruelty-free. That means they don't test on animals. And if you're familiar with them and this just reminds you to stock up on your favorites, I have a discount code. It's Mary's Test Kitchen, one word, and you get 20% off their website, both in Canada and the US, and you'll get free shipping as well. It's such a good deal. I hope you'll take advantage, but back to the extra strength. It's a new favorite to me. I hadn't used it before they reached out, and so now I've been using it for 2 months, I want to say, because I was actually supposed to work with them before I got injured, and I was using it like after my workouts. I found it really effective for especially the day after your workout and the muscle soreness really sets in. For me these days, now that I'm older, the soreness lasts for like 2 or 3 days sometimes, so yay, getting older, but also really yay for this. It comes with this like big roller ball, and so you just roll it on your skin, like on these sore triceps, and it sinks in really quick. Oh, I'm feeling it right away. It has peppermint, which is cooling, and then it has sweet birch, which is warming, and it also has clove, which is warming, but it also has a numbing sensation. So this is what they call an analgesic, if I'm saying that correctly. It basically gives you competing sensations so you don't feel the pain sensation, and it works. It's really effective. I use this on my Achilles. I use it on the ankle and like the tendon areas where they tend to get sore when I'm doing those physio exercises, or after I do the physio exercises rather, and I really love it. So definitely check that out. This is my new favorite thing. They also have another roll-on that I really love, and it's their peppermint halo. And so this is more for like headaches, nausea, motion sickness. So I use it on a big editing day. Like today's, like when I go to work today, it's going to be pretty easy, I think. So I probably won't need it necessarily, but in the afternoon, I like to use it as a pick-me-up. So I just kind of like roll it over my hairline. You can like dab it directly on your scalp, on your shoulders to relieve tension. It has peppermint, eucalyptus, lavender. Sage also makes this peppermint halo wand that is so genius to throw in your purse. Don't worry about breakage, no matter how clumsy you are. And by you, I mean me. Highly recommend both of them. This was actually a classic. I used to use this all the time, but this is a new one. So check it out if you want. It's 20% off. Such a good deal. Free shipping, both in US and Canada for existing and new customers. So use my code. It's Mary's Test Kitchen, one word. Thank you so much to Sage for sponsoring the video. And I gotta eat breakfast. my icy, creamy, mocha delicious breakfast, it is time for work. Today I'm editing another Will It Tofu episode, so I guess this is a bit of a spoiler. This video would be an easy edit, except I'm trying to learn Resolve, and I'm just figuring out that some of my edits in Audition are not going to apply to the Resolve version, so I'm going to have to figure that out. I've just made my job harder for, it seems like, no reason. Oh, look who came to distract me. Hello. He wants to go do something. Well, I'm going to follow this cat. Ignore the state of this cupboard. Local blueberries are in season, and I'm loving having a little bit every day. Along with some tamari almonds, they are my favorite of the moment. And look who's underfoot. Someone is showing me they need a nail trim, and by someone I mean Chester. Then we're back to work for a couple more hours, just editing photos and scheduling posts to go up on Facebook and Instagram tomorrow for that green foo video you've probably already seen by now. And it's finally time to make something I've been craving for weeks. I've been saving this one for you. Vegan butter chicken with garlic naan, and instead of chicken, I'm making it with pigeon tofu. Pigeon pea tofu. Big time spoiler for the next Will It Tofu because clearly you're seeing the end result. But how did we get here? It's still a mystery. Subscribe if you haven't already and turn on notifications to make sure you find out. But first, the garlic naan. I'm using my usual keto bread dough recipe. I'm going to use Vital Wheat gluten, oat fiber, not to be confused with oat flour. Totally different things. I'm going to add a little bit of nutritional yeast for flavor. There's our golden flaxseed, not to be confused with regular flaxseed. This has a much milder flavor, it's much better. And then I've got instant yeast, salt, and also sugar, so the yeast has something to eat. And if you are freaked out about keto baking having sugar in it, well, don't be. You'll find out why later on. Oh, and don't forget the scale. I'm going for 350 ml, 110 degrees Fahrenheit. That's too hot. That's still too hot. Yep, that's good. And to make it perfect, 351 grams, good enough. Next, I'm adding a teaspoon or like 5 to 7 grams of sugar. So, oops. I've got a tablespoon of sugar, so this is going to be extra puffy. That's fine, no big deal. The yeast will eat all of the sugar if we give it enough time. So it's not a big deal. And for me, where I am right now with my keto journey / my chronic pain, because I'm not keto to be keto. I'm keto only to control my chronic pain. And you don't really have to stir it. You can just let it dissolve. As you can see, it's super foamy now. That's because we put so much sugar in it. Don't worry, that foam means that yeast is eating the sugar. I, of course, always like to work efficiently, so while that was going on, I ground down the flaxseed. This was golden flaxseed, 100 grams into this, and I sifted it through a wire mesh so that I know that the particles are very fine. And that's just going to help the texture of our naan. That's going to go in first. I want 100 grams of oat fiber as well. Next up, you want Vital Wheat gluten. Now, of course, this recipe is not for those who are gluten sensitive or have celiac disease. Sorry. it is what it is. I do not have a gluten-free recommendation for you, unfortunately. I need 175 grams of this. I want a teaspoon of salt. And I want to add a little bit of nutritional yeast for the flavor. Like, it looks dry, it looks dusty, but just trust the process. It's been 8 minutes. You'll see the dough is not completely smooth. Like, if we were looking at regular bread dough, you would think this is not kneaded enough yet. But it is. It's still kind of tacky, right? It will stick to you a bit, but it shouldn't be too much. At this point, I'm going to grab my tray here. I'm going to add some oil to it. This is about 8 servings. Just gonna flatten with my hands. You see, it because of all the gluten in it, it springs back pretty strongly. So what we could do, especially because this particular batch of dough had extra sugar in it, we can just let this sit for a little bit so that it can relax. The gluten will relax, the yeast will be doing its thing, eating the sugar, creating air pockets, and allowing this gluten to expand. Put a greased side up and just leave it alone for now. After shaping our naan dough, I'll let it sit for a while to puff up. In the meantime, I'll prep my other ingredients. This, of course, is based on vegan Richa's Seitan Makhani. As longtime viewers will know, it is my favorite of all time. First, I'll pan fry our pigeon tofu. Sprinkle some salt and some garam masala. As long as 2 sides are nicely browned, I'm pretty much good. A little bit of olive oil in there. Gonna add a couple spices first, cumin and coriander. Just gonna wake those up. Then garlic. And just cook that until it's golden. You'll start to smell the garlic becoming all fragrant. And then you'll know it's time to add the ginger and onion. A little bit of stickage. A little stickage. That's okay. Whew. Bring that up. Ooh, be careful of the steam. Don't burn yourself. I have a few more spices. Turmeric, red pepper powder, red chili flakes, and garam masala. I'm gonna add a cup and a half of tomatoes. Well, I want a little extra. There we go. Also want to add some salt, and the original recipe calls for cashews. I'm just going to use coconut cream because I like it. So I'm just going to stir until turn off the heat. I'm just going to stir until the coconut cream melts in, and then I'm going to blend it smooth. Check that out. Nice and smooth. Alright, now I can add the tofu. I'm also going to add a little bit of fenugreek leaves. not a lot. I feel like if you add a little bit, it's good. But if you add too much, it's really not good. And it gives a kind of it kind of reminds me of maple syrup. And by kind of, I mean it definitely reminds me of maple syrup. And the original recipe includes sugar. I'm not going to add sugar. I don't need it. I don't think this needs it really. But you can feel free to add a sweetener if you're at home and you're following along. This recipe again is from Vegan Richa's cookbook. I think it's called Richa's Indian Kitchen. And every recipe I tried from there is absolutely delicious. It might be a bit challenging to make it low carb if you have to be low carb like me. For some of the recipes, for many of the recipes, but you're smart. I bet you could do it. You know, this could do with some more tofu. If I had more of the pigeon tofu, I would add it, but I don't have it right now. So this is not a problem for me though. If there's more sauce, more sauce the better. All right, I'm going to let this come to a simmer, and then I'm going to cover it and keep it on low heat. And in the meantime, I can cook our naan. I'm going to add a tiny bit of oil. While this pan is not hot yet, spread it with my fingers. Okay, that was hot. Okay, that was hot. That's the thing with induction, it's instant. Just one in. Meanwhile, we got time to kill. So here I have some microplaned garlic and Earth's Own vegan butter. I've never tried it before. Let's give it a go. Is that enough? You know, if we have leftovers, we can save it. And I'm just gonna melt that together in the microwave. And it's kind of addictive. Guys, I have not been cooking so much because I've had to stay off my feet, and this was well worth the wait. It's so good. I really hope you try it and the pigeon tofu when that video comes out soon. So I guess I should get back to editing. Thanks so much for watching, my friends. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and don't forget to check out Sage. I'll leave the link in the description below, and you can use my coupon code. It's Mary's Test Kitchen, all one word, and you'll get 20% off your entire order. This is valid in the US and in Canada. Plus you'll get free shipping as well. It's such an amazing deal. I really hope you take advantage. Bye for now.